It's Kendra Mill, and we're here with Artemis Williams.
The world famous.
And most of you may know him as Peppa or Peppa Mouth of the South. So where did that name come from? Who gave that name to you?
I have two stories. One of them, my mama gave it to me. She said when I was a baby in her stomach, her favorite show used to be this TV show, this police lady. And that lady name was Pepper, so she gave it to me. And the other story is my aunt, she said when I was a baby, I wasted pepper all over me. So she said she gave it to me because I didn't sneeze. So it's one or the other. I don't know.
So are you originally from Memphis or where are you?
Born and raised, South Memphis.
Okay. All right. So what school did you go to then?
No, I went to Hamilton.
Hamilton, okay.
And then got kicked out of Hamilton and graduated from White Station.
Oh, I went to White Station.
For real? Okay.
So did you play any sports or anything?
Absolutely not. I was the guy in the gym that used to sit in the bleachers and talk to all the girls while the dudes was on the court.
Look, okay. Growing up, did you see yourself being here now, doing what you are doing now?
I'm doing what I always wanted to do. I always was a passion. I had a passion to be a businessman at the time. Like when I was in 6th grade, I used to wear these circle glasses and carry a briefcase. So, and this was in like the 5th and 6th grade. So I always wanted to be a business person. Entrepreneurialism wasn't as popular or common as it is now. So I guess back then I just knew I wanted to be a boss and a business person. But so to answer your question, yeah, I guess I would say yeah.
Now we're going to get into a little bit of, what you, for those who don't know, what you are about and what you do for our community. So as far as coming up this year in May, you've been working with the CEO for Memphis in May. And we're wondering, can we get any secrets on that? But what has it been like being involved in something that big, an event that happens annually?
I think first I want to give shouts out to Jim Hope, the CEO, and the staff at Memphis in May. What they wanted to do different, I think this was a spinoff of I produced University of Memphis, Memphis Madness. And so once I produced that and it was a successful event, Memphis in May wanted to expand their lineup and their roster to a little bit more hip hop. And so who else or who better to come get it than your boy, So I partnered with Jim. We had several meetings brainstorming on type of artists and the lineup we should bring. You're right, I can't tell you who because I won't get my paycheck if I do. But important. I promise you that Memphis won't be disappointed. It's been a learning experience and a growth experience for me because I've always been a promoter myself, but now I'm on his side of it, seeing how festivals are produced. So, it's been a learning experience, and Memphis won't be disappointed.
That's good to hear. I'm pretty sure we won't. And you speaking of, your connections with hip-hop and different things like that, your connections with CMG and the things that, you do with them as far as, the toy drives for Christmas. You presented Yo Gotti, with the Key to Memphis, different things like that. Did you ever see yourself, working with him or working in the music industry at all?
I was childhood friends with DJ Paul of 3 6 Mafia, so that's how I started getting into the music business with 3 6 Mafia. I was their manager. And then I just became the go-to person in Memphis if you wanted to get in the music business, or you just go to Pepper because he had the hookup. And so I ended up managing Yo Gotti for 13 years. And so, when I started managing him, he was just a dude in the hood selling drugs. And, I have seen him help his career. He turned into a successful businessman and multimillionaire. And so, I would say I did see myself growing with it. I just wanted to diversify myself and create other avenues of income and become more of a help in the community. So I started utilizing my relationships with entertainers and athletes to give back to the community.
And speaking of that too, different events that you have put on, like the after parties and stuff for even entertainers, Cedric the Entertainer, the comedian, Cedric the Entertainer. And also, speaking of giving back, you partnered with Shelby County Schools. Tell us a little bit about that and how that got started.
Okay, so Shelby County Schools, I created maybe 3 years ago these block parties called Safe Summer Block Parties. And so they're very successful where in the summertime I go to 4 or 5 different locations and everything is free. I get partners from Penny Hardaway, King Cotton, Kroger, and they donate everything. And so I just provide a safe environment and zone for the kids. And so what happened last year, Shelby County Schools was having a problem with pre-registration. So we end up partnering up to do the pre-registrations at the block parties. And because of the success of that, this year, Shelby County Schools was at a 98% pre-registration before their doors open. And it was all because of the block parties.
Yeah, I saw you had a few of those. You had a really good turnout.
Yeah.
Food, like he said, bouncers for the kids. Some
camels. We can't forget the camels.
Yeah, we had animals out there.
And camel rides,
for the kids. And speaking of that, you were on several news avenues, radio stations and things like that, promoting those events. And you were constantly seen on, different avenues and different platforms, receiving awards such as the Certificate of Recognition from the city of Memphis. And what did you have to do to be, in the running up for recognition?
I think it was just more so my work ethic. So I was actually I didn't apply for it. I was just actually recognized for doing the work that I do in the community. And, by me partnering with Shelby County Schools, the City of Memphis Office of Youth Services, the work was just being noticed and they just wanted to recognize me receiving it.
We see that you do have this year a new project on your hands, and that's the Memphis Youth Got Talent. You're going to be producing that segment for this school year.
Right.
And how does that feel for you?
So it feels good because it enlarges my territory even more to diversify from the block parties. So like the Memphis Youth Got Talent is that we really plan on doing a mass search to help discover the next up and coming kid in Memphis to put them in put them on a platform so that they can get recognized.
What is a typical day like for you now, and what was a typical day like for you back when you had all these things going on, managing artists and probably on the road and different things like that?
I think the only difference is I have always been a hustler and a go-getter. The difference is my typical day back then would be, let's hypothetically say when I was managing Gotti every day today, it would be based around his schedule, lining up what he had to do, radio interviews, studio time, dealing with the record labels and stuff like that, compared to now it's about what Peppa has to do. So like I had to do this interview with you. Before I had this interview, I had a meeting with Memphis in May, and when I leave here I have a meeting with an investor that wants me to endorse them. So it's like, it's on the go. But I start my day off with devotion and prayer, and and hit the ground running.
And what is something, you have your favorite slogan, your hashtag pep talk. What is something motivational and uplifting that you would like to say?
With God on your side, the world can be against you, and stay focused and see the big picture.
All right, and what can we expect? What do we have more to come from Peppa?
Enlarging my territory, becoming the go-to person in Memphis for community outreach.